made a promise to Tony up there that I won't talk like myself, because we can't say the F word here. So this is a reminder for someone who wants an F-bomb. Just don't throw them too hard. I was thinking, Katie, my friend, gave me a cherry bomb to use, but I was afraid someone would light it and so these are safer. Anybody else? This is my personal favorite. F-bomb, anybody? Left song? Okay. We got a few more. And Chicago's a really tough town. Oh, this is one of my favorites. I haven't got one more. Hang on. Oops. Is anybody hungry? I got a Snickers F-bomb. I don't know where you're going. I can't say any yet. And I really want to say it, so when I think I'm going to say it, I'll do this or something. But Chicago's a tough town. And we say the F-bomb for real. I'm born and raised there. I had parents. Anybody else who had parents? Big parents? I had one of each. And my pop was a great guy, let me tell you. He was born in the Depression, raised himself up from nothing. He became a wealthy attorney, married a trophy wife that I call mom. Had 2.0 kids. The other one's my Dr. Feelgood. She's a shrink. Trying to figure out why he messed her up so much. And I became a very wealthy attorney, and fought in the war, the one we won, big WW, and so he had an interesting philosophy at home. It was very successful, his philosophy, but it was a little tough at home. It's basically, I'm right, you're not. And the other rule we had was, he's right, we don't count. And he meant well, he really did. But you gotta understand where he's coming from. He did all this great stuff, and he was just a little tough. It's kind of like this sometimes, like 7, 10-year-old kid. Hey, Pop, can I have a dime for some candy? Candy? When I was a kid, there was no candy. And if there was candy and it cost a dime, you know what? We didn't have the dime because we were so poor. We had to rent the mom on Mom's Day, and we didn't have that dime for rent, so we didn't pay rent. Candy, get your own candy, kids. But Pop, everybody else has candy. Well, have them give you a dime or get their candy. That was life at home. Made you tough. It was a tough town, Chicago. So you had to be with that. Fortunately, Mom was a little mellower, a little younger, post-Depression. I don't mean just dealing with me, she was born right after Depression. Middle working class parents, but to this day, she still thinks that everything's a fortune. Even though she had a very successful, high-paying job. She lives in Wilmette. I don't know if anybody here from Chicago. It's kind of like Beverly Hills with snow. And the delivery's $5 here. Gas is $4 a gallon. And you gotta get her job. I mean, it's really high-paying. She divorced a wealthy attorney, and it pays like 7 figures. Trust me, it's a good job for your out-of-work folks here. Find some poor slob of an attorney and marry the dummy. It pays really well. But so growing up, it was kind of different. Chicago is different than here. Here, it's like it's news. It rains. And then all you guys say, don't complain, because none of you guys want to drive in that shit. By the way, I got dispensation to say shit from Tony, as long as I don't say the other one. So I won't say it on it. But it rains, and then you guys complain about the water shortage. And I looked it up, the geographic demographics here before I moved here. We live in a desert. It means no rain, no water. So it shouldn't be news. Like in Chicago, though, it's news. Like when Tony the Giambrano, so-and-so, bada bee, bada bing, gets whacked. Or when Governor so-and-so meets his long-lost wife in jail or something because he's on the special political pension we call Club Fed. Those things aren't news in Chicago, but they make the news because news is really a bunch of junk. And then I've had an interesting life. Now I'm 56, I'm kind of angry, I'm kind of bitter, I've never been married. I proposed 5 times, 1 turned down, 3 acceptances, and 1 in limbo. And so as you can imagine, I've dated a lot. And last night, about a week ago, I was in LA, and interesting dates. I met this gal, it's kind of embarrassing, I met her on Tinder. But it was going okay, she wanted to meet me at her bar, and I met her there. It ends up being a gay bar. It's a gay Spanish bar, and they got female impersonators. But it's okay, I'm a martial artist, I'm down with this, because I'm thinking, well, it's a bar. bar and guys get drunk, but she's straight, and I mean, some of the other female personals look pretty good. I was hoping she wasn't one. I mean, I don't think she, we haven't done the deal yet, so I don't know. I'm really sure I'm hoping she's not. So this thought goes through my mind, because I practice fighting for a hobby. It's like, so like 1,500 gay guys who speak Spanish. Everybody knows when someone's mad at you, they don't speak your language, they speak theirs. And if they get pissed at me, what would be worse? I gotta fight 1,500 gay guys, or they're gonna blow me? Well, I got a couple bruises, but I kept my virginity, so it was all good. And the date went pretty well. I'm seeing her next time I go to LA. But you know, the dating's tough out there because most of it's that match.harmony, screw me not get any plates, and like, god damn it, I gotta do this, you know what.com. And you know, I should mention before I finish this part is that most of us, you know about the self-help movement. I was raised in the 60s, that's a possibility. I didn't grow up there, I just can't get raised there. And you know, self-help and all kinds of great things. Checks in the mail, Mercedes is paid for, the one I got put up here, which is won't blank in the blank. And you know, then you get the serious ones like, do what you love, the money will follow. Do what you love, the money will follow. Well, when I was a kid, I liked making fun of the teacher and get thrown out of school. And you know what? Pop never gave me a friggin' raise when I was sitting home suspended. Not one raise. And no candy, no effing candy either. He wasn't too happy with that. But you know, I really decided since then that if this ever happens, I will marry that girl. Well, no, actually, I won't marry her. I'll propose to the girl. But I'll mean it at the time, but I'll get out of it just like I did the others, because I don't know why, but that's what I do. But this once, like in 40 years, I'm 56, I would like this to happen. Hey, that was some great blow. Some really hot sex. Here's 2 G's, let's do it again. It's like never happened to me. And based on your guys' response, it never will either. So. Not happen to anybody else here either, huh? Except, well, the girls maybe, but don't tell us, we don't want to know, it's the old days. You know, and you know, candy was a weird thing to cut back. You had nose candy, eye candy, a lot of mixed messages. Candy was bad for you, Pop didn't give you candy, I don't know. I dated candy once, that was different, but you know, dating is see the profiles on these online things, they're kind of misleading, you know, and it kind of explains a lot of things. It's like, hi, I'm a sweet, wonderful, sensual, career-minded girl, totally not materialistic, looking for that special guy, take me to nice places and cuddle with me on cold evenings. In San Diego, there's no such thing as a cold evening, but I'm from Chicago, we have actual cold there. And, but, you know, and then there should be the byline, you know, by the way, small bank account, matching penis, no problem. Now, I asked a friend of mine, a female friend of mine, that's really not me, it probably should be. What does that really mean? You know, the spiritual, you know, all that stuff. Well, she goes, take you to nice places means Hawaii, Fiji, Rome, Paris, Milan, Riviera, Monte Carlo, and then maybe I'll be in the horned bedroom, because I forgot to tell you that. But you know what? And I can feel the vibe of women are these sexist. Our guys, we're not. I mean, if we were to put an ad in, it would be something like this. Hi girls, ladies. My last girlfriend was a real, can I use the B word, Tony? B word, I don't know if I can use it, just spell it out. She was a real B, and the breakup was grueling, it was just freaking grueling, and I'm not going through that shit for a while, I just can't handle it anymore. Did I say it's been a while? Yeah, I haven't any in a while, if I get some play soon. The real soon, I'm going postal. Not a kid up to look like, it's cool, did I say I'm horny? Just let me know when I'll meet you in front. I mean, that's what the ad should really say. But we don't do that because we humans are pretty stupid. We'll buy any sack of shit lying that someone lays on us. You know, do what you love, the money will follow. But here's one of my personal favorites, probably the oldest self-help piece of crap known to man. Do what I say, not what I do. Anybody ever had that laid on them? Who's heard that before? Anybody? If you don't raise your hand, I don't know if you can't see it, but you know, it's like, when I hear that, trust me, I've heard it a lot, my thinking was, well, if it's such a good idea, why not, you know what, didn't you do it? And when you're sure it works, let me know, then I'll give it a try. until then, leave me the blank alone. And that's not really that bad. I mean, life's not that bad. You know, when I lived in Chicago, there was no snow. Nobody's getting whacked. You know, people in Chicago were tough. We brag about being from the murder capital of the world. Because, I don't know why. But anyway, back to the point is, you know, we've all heard that line of crap, do what I say, not what I do. And you really don't have no idea what they're talking about. That's why they're saying do what I say, not what I do, because they don't know what to do. They've messed it up themselves. But the thing is, we've all done it to somebody else. And right then, you got to do a Dr. Phil on yourself if you have any morality at all. Like, what were you thinking? I hope some of you guys will remember Dr. Phil. What were you thinking? Because that line of crap didn't work on you. Why do you think it's going to work on the other poor soul? And so, you know, you just got to watch the self-help stuff. And I'm going to close it out with this one. Kind of sums up the story of my life. My parents really meant well. I've had a pretty good life, pretty weird life. And they wanted me to have a good job. Now, of course, that meant doctor or lawyer, or doctor and lawyer. But I had other ideas. I wanted to be a coke snorting, hard drinking, getting laid by strippers 3 times a night, hockey star, rock star, and hockey playing millionaire playboy spy. I was a realist. So I ended up being a hard drinking, girl chasing car salesman. Thanks, folks.